Hello, I'm Noelle from Shattered Glassworks. Welcome to my studio. Today I wanted to talk about foiling a little bit and show you that process. I've got some of my freshly ground hexagons here that I'm going to be turning into my staple pieces, my hexagon earrings. Those seem to be a popular item. So they're fresh off the grinder. So the first thing that we have to do is give them a little sponge bath and get them nice and cleaned up there. You want to make sure you're getting off all of that grinder dust because that will affect, sorry, my studio pup is protesting right now that I am not giving him direct attention. And I'm back from getting him out of mischief in the glass room. He has this little spot, but sometimes he wants to wander and get into the art supplies on the lower shelves. So yeah, you just want to make sure you clean off all of this dust right here from the grinder. Otherwise, your foil is not going to stick very well. And that's super important for the longevity of your piece. So after you've got it nice and cleaned up there, and give it a little rub dry on a towel, you want to pick a width of foil tape that is gonna give you like a decent enough overhang on both sides to have a good margin for the solder to stick to without being too thick also. So like that much of a margin, because you want it to be fine but durable at the same time. And you'll see how it's nice and even on both sides there. As far as foil brands go, my heavy preference is to use Edco. I've tried a bunch of different foils, and Edco seems to be the one that is the least flimsy. It does really well on like deep curved edges as well, as long as you're going slowly and like really kind of warming up the foil. So I'm going to go ahead and show you foiling this little hexagon here. So all glass is not created equal. They come in different thicknesses. So you can see like these two thicknesses are different. So I'm probably going to pick different widths of foil for those. I can't tell you off the top of my head what width I'm using here. It's the medium one. I know my largest size is 1/4 inch, and then down from there. So I'm going to take my medium one there, and you're just going to line it up very dead center, and you want to start at like an edge instead of in the middle, and you're just gonna very carefully keeping it nice and centered. I like to face it towards me. This little holder is very handy for that. So just face it towards you, keeping it centered as possible all the way around. I get very meticulous about this because there's nothing worse than an uneven foil, because that's also going to be your solder line, and it's just important to keep that nice and even. And then you're going to snip it with a little tail at the end there. And then you'll pinch that tail down nice and smooth, and then take your fingers on both sides and you'll just pinch, pinch, pinch all the way around. And at corners, I don't know if you can see here, I like to take my nail and kind of tuck that under to pinch so that you don't have bumpy corners. So you just like take your thumbnail and pinch down and then pinch over the top. So it kind of makes a folded corner instead of creating a lump there. And then when you have it like well pinched down on both sides, you're gonna take your burnishing tool and get this on a hard surface here. You're gonna take the burnishing tool and further push down all those sides and corners on both sides. And then you're gonna take the edge of it, and this is the burnishing part, where you're gonna really push that tape to the glass. And this is gonna really help us not have those peel away over time. The solder will go on it and harden it and further help with the longevity of the piece. So really do a good job here on both sides, and then on the edges as well. And there you go, freshly foiled and ready to go be soldered. Hope you are all having a lovely winter day, and stay tuned for another little how-to video.